Hi, welcome to my home. Why don't you come on inside, we'll go to the backyard and we'll have a conversation. Come on. I've been a realtor in Long Beach and the surrounding areas for over 25 years. You know, the reason that I still do business with Roland and the team at Essex Mortgage 25 years later is because I know I can count on them. They're totally trustworthy. One day, one of the senior realtors in my organization referred me to the president of Essex Mortgage. His name is Roland Whedon. And I was very frustrated at that time. Shortly after the referral, Roland walked into the office. And when we met, I was still a little bit jaded. So what I said to him was, look, Roland, if you want to get my business and you want me to do business with Essex Mortgage, here's what you need to do. Tell them the truth always. Second thing I need to know is that when something goes wrong, and it usually does, you're going to be the guy who calls me and lets the two of us work things out. And that's when the beginning of a very good relationship started. You know, if a potential buyer can't qualify for a loan, we find that out up front before we lead that buyer down the primrose path, only to find out at the end that they can't get the loan. You know, it's interesting, not only does the buyer have to qualify for a loan, but the property has to qualify as well. Interesting story. One of the folks on our team had a buyer who brought with them their own lender. They were going to be using their own credit union. And the process went through pretty smoothly until just before close of escrow, the credit union got an update from the homeowners association in this condo complex and decided that the condo complex didn't qualify. That was one very disappointed buyer. Well, we turned it over to Essex Mortgage, and Essex Mortgage picked up the ball, made sure that we could get an investor who wasn't as picky about the number of non-owner occupied units in the building, and within 3 weeks from start to finish, we closed escrow and made one very unhappy buyer into a very happy buyer thanks to Essex Mortgage. I think back to the first time we met, and it was all about one-on-one communication. Roland and I sat down, as all of the agents in his office do, and had a conversation. The technology wasn't getting in the way. Now, the technology is just advanced to the point where it can either be a great asset or a great liability. You need two things. You need a great realtor and you need a great mortgage company to help you get the job done. I know that you won't all be using me, but I sure do recommend that you use Roland and the team at Essex Mortgage. They can give you the same kind of pleasure out of a home of your own that I have here in Southern California. You know, if you're thinking about buying a home, either as a first-time home buyer or to move up to maybe a bigger home, this is a great time to do it. Let me share something with you. My wife and I, especially my wife Rosie, was very nervous when we decided to buy this house because it looked like a big investment. Now it's the best investment we ever made. Now we have raised our two daughters here, we live comfortably here, and it was all because we got past that first fear of making the move. I'd suggest to you that you look at it carefully. You couldn't find a better time or a better company to help you get that done than the folks at Essex Mortgage.